Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I don't know how many times I've said that in 482 episodes of this fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. And I will put that against any other show as far as the segments we put together. And I say we because normally I would have Ron Wong and John Gordon both in the studio with me and Shelby McCall, my producer. But due to COVID-19 and radio station rules and everything else, it's me and Shelby 6 feet apart. Ron and John by phone. Both of them are on collect calls, so we're not sure how long we'll be able to keep them on the air. That just threw a lot of our listeners. What do you say about collect calls? What is that? You know,
what's a collect call?
Yeah, what's a collect call?
No kidding.
I really aged myself there. Okay, all right, I really did. When it came out of my mouth, I started thinking about party lines and things along that line. But
well, that would be terrible for radio, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be? Yeah.
So that'd be interesting.
I know it wouldn't be. Let's don't even think about it. But all right, appreciate those two guys. We're switching over to God's country, guys. Y'all can just lean back, whatever you want to do. But anytime I can go to Bella Vista and go to Northwest Arkansas and talk to somebody, I like to do it because, of course, everybody knows that that's where I went to school. Spent many years up there, in fact. one year too many, just about. So, but it's good to talk to someone who makes their home in Bella Vista, Arkansas, by way
Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, by way of Monroe, Louisiana. And I got to ask him a little bit about that, but that's Harvey Horne. Good morning, Harvey.
Good morning, fellas. How's everything going over there?
Oh, we're just trying to check and see what all you pro fishermen are doing when there's nothing to do. So we just asked Clifford Perch a little bit. He's in Arizona, but I know that you've got a few lakes around there where you can actually social distance, can't you?
You know it. I've got Grand, I've got Table Rock, and of course Beaver is what I kind of consider my home lake, and the crappie have been biting, so we've been going out there.
Life is good.
Well, we want to talk
as many of those as we can.
Yeah, well, we want to talk to you, Harvey, about this this time in your life. I know fishing is really important to you. I read something where you said you started fishing when you were 3. My goodness. How many diapers did you go through, man, at the age of 3?
I was probably getting ready to be out of them, but that was
that's pretty amazing. So who kick-started your fishing career?
My grandfather was probably the one that steered me the most in the fishing. It was something passed down, in our family to bass fish, and we've always enjoyed spending time in the outdoors, whether it be hunting or fishing.
Yes, yeah. And growing up in Louisiana, I mean, is that where you spent high school years and stuff like that in Monroe area?
I did. South Arkansas and North Louisiana was all my stomping grounds back in those days.
Great stomping grounds down there because we got some good friends in that area. But then you told me, you could tell this, that your wife got a job with Walmart. And what did you tell me when I talked to you before we came? You said start packing?
When she called and said she had an interview with Walmart, I told her I'd go ahead and start packing.
That's what, to get to Northwest Arkansas. But so talk about now, you got 2 kids. What, you got one that's getting ready to graduate. Well, they won't. It's not going to be the same, right? She's
It's definitely not. They basically canceled the ceremonies. They've let her know that as of now she is a graduated senior.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
We can start planning on her college career to start in the fall. So that's on the table for now. And of course,
that's Caney. Now Joseph, what's 12? Your other child?
He's 12.
Okay, and how's he enjoying Dad being around the house all the time?
I don't know if he really enjoys it quite as much because he has to get up a little bit earlier in the morning, and it's
he has things to do now, right? You keep him busy,
yeah,
stuff like
oh,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he like to fish?
He does. He actually fishes the junior circuit.
Does. There you go.
Here around home.
Well, I know that turning point for you was the Arkansas River. Talk when you won in 2018 the Bassmaster Central Open. Did that really got you into the elite and things along that line? Tell our listeners how tough it is in this sport.
It's absolutely incredibly tough to make it to the Elite Series. The ultimate goal for most all of us out there are to make it into the Classic. And, fishing the Opens for the 2 years that I did, being fortunate enough to win one in a 2-year time span was absolutely incredible for me and my family. And it kind of solidified, our decision for me to go on and make that jump into the pro side. And now that we're fishing the Elite Series, it's just incredible the amount of the quality of competitions. Not only am I fishing against legends of the sport like Rick Klon and some of the others, but some of these younger guys are absolutely incredible anglers.
What were you supposed to be fishing at this time of the year? What have you already missed out on?
I was really and truly looking forward to the Chickamauga, Eufaula, Santee Cooper. Those 3 tournaments. We're going to line up into that pre-spawn time of year in those areas, and I was really looking forward to all 3 of those events because they were going to be some really, a real smash fest. You were really going to get to see some big weights, some truly giant fish weighed in. Not that we won't do it at Fork, but it was just one of those times that I felt like I would have a good opportunity to catch them.
And Ron, you listen to Harvey here, and you know how difficult it is to get to where you can be with those big boys, so to speak, and then all of a sudden, we're out.
I will tell you, and Harvey, I have to tell you, great job fishing the BASS Opens because that's some quality fishermen there. There are a lot of elite fishermen that actually fish it so that they can try to qualify through it to get to the Bassmaster Classic, just like you. But one of the things that I admire about you, Harvey, is you run an express boat made in Arkansas.
There you go.
And you and Bill Lowen really represent that brand real well. Tell our listeners about that express boat and how fishable and how great of a boat it is.
For me, when I first purchased an Express, I had never been in their 21-foot boat. I'd only been in one of their X-19s.
Yeah, that's
the quality of the X-19, the fishability, the way it could access the shallower water. When I found that, they built a 21-footer in this same boat, that's my goal.
Give you
now
two more.
To own one of those.
And with a 250 outboard on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That 250 Yamaha is an incredible power plant for
strapping on.
For that package, it's really given me a office, so to speak, that takes me back to my roots of fishing. When I would get into a little flat bottom aluminum boat and get way back there where nobody else could go. Now I've got a 21-foot boat that I can go back there in those places and utilize the areas that a lot of those other anglers can't get to. The only problem is now there's 4 of us out there. I've got Dale Hightower, Caleb Summerall, Bill Lowen. I've run into Bill and Dale a couple of times last year, and that's why we run into each other because we're able to access those waters that a lot of those other anglers can't get to.
Hey, we're talking to pro bass angler Harvey Horne out of Bella Vista, Arkansas, and he's talking about that boat, an express boat that I imagine
made in Arkansas.
Yeah, made in Arkansas, and I guess Harvey, the main thing, there was 2, then there's 4. You know there's going to be more. I mean, that's just maybe the slogan. I don't know. But when people figure this out, and one thing we need to mention, a lot of you guys, you know, one thing that really impresses me about you guys, and Ron and John will listen to this, professional bass anglers very seldom are given anything, and they start at grassroots. You're a plumber by trade, right?
Yes, sir.
And so that to me means, buddy, you start at the ground. There's nothing easy about being a plumber. I can tell you that. My son's an electrician. He don't want to be no plumber, okay, where you have to go to. But that journey for you started at that time when you were young, but at the same time, you made sure you had something to back up on. So I know it's got to feel really good for you to be able to compete with these other guys, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's absolutely incredible for me to.
Yeah. Look around and see Rick Clun next to you. You just said that. You know, look around and said,
"Yeah,
wow, I'm a plumber and I'm right here with these guys." So
you know, I've watched Rick my entire life. He won his first classic the year I was born.
Really?
So
Okay.
I have really
All right.
been around for his entire
1976. It's coming back to me now, Harvey. Okay.
Yeah, that's back. We're all y'all are showing your age when you talked about those party lines a while ago.
Yeah, we just you just had a birthday last month. So, okay, man. Well, that's great. So you're bringing up Rick Clun. That's like the party line. You know, when it comes to fishing. I mean,
that's right. That's right.
The one and only. Well, look, we got to let you go. I know you've got some social media out there. You've got probably some Facebook. Where can people go to maybe hook up with you?
You know, Facebook is our main platform. We're on Instagram.
Great.
We've got a little bit of a YouTube channel started now. We're running some videos where I'm actually teaching my wife how to bass fish right now.
Awesome.
You're doing what? What?
Awesome.
What are you doing?
Awesome.
Oh, listen, Ron, let him say it again. Let him say it again. I want to know, is Rhonda accepting your teaching?
That's great.
So far.
Okay.
So far.
There you go. Hear that, John Gordon? See, I mean, you can teach me sometime, John, how to duck hunt. You know, so.
Oh, that might be hard, Larry.
That might be hard. Okay, it might be. Harvey, we thank you, buddy, for being on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Wish you success. We don't believe in luck here, and glad that Emily was able to hook us up and just keep them kids under control. Okay, buddy? Teaching your wife.
I'll do my best.
All right, man. Thank you. We'll talk to you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Let's take a break. Come back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.